Hey Manas, I'm gonna try and quickly show you how to play it. I haven't played this song in a while, but you're gonna need a capo, and you're gonna have your guitar in standard tuning. Put your capo on the 3rd fret. I sometimes play it just open, and it's just a lower vocal range, but if you're not singing, doesn't matter, 3rd fret is best. And you're gonna be doing basically 4 chords. You're going to be doing with your fretting hand, an A minor chord, which you should know, then a slash chord. It's a version of a C chord. It's a C/G, basically. You can Google that, but I can say quickly, it's just your ring finger is on the 3rd fret if you count the capo at a 0. Your ring finger is on the 3rd fret, E string. Your pinky finger is on the 3rd fret, A string. Your middle finger is on the 2nd fret, D string, and your pointer finger is on the 1st fret, B string. So it sounds like, so A minor, then you have the C/G chord, and then you have an F chord where you're going to be doing your thumb on the E string, 1st fret, your ring finger on the 3rd fret D string, your middle finger on the 2nd fret G string, and your pointer finger on the 1st fret B string again. And then you're going to be doing an E minor chord, which you should know as well. So then it's doesn't sound good at all, but when you're doing the finger picking for the song in a blackout, it sounds a little better. Okay, so the finger pickings looks hard. It's a nice song to, I guess, if you want to show off with. It looks hard because you're picking fast, but really your thumb, as always in finger picking, fingerstyle is playing the bass chords, and then these fingers are really kind of just doing a quick, just like mistimed pluck. So when I'm doing when I start with the A minor chord, my right hand is playing the bass on the A, and then I started when I practiced it by just going, so thumb playing the A string bass note, and then your pointer finger and middle finger never leave the G and B string. They're always just doing the, and you want to try and get it so it's not the same time, so it's not, because it sounds like a completely different song. You have to have it a little off time, so it's, and I've been told you're not supposed to rest your fingers down on the actual guitar, but I do it for this song because it's easier to just keep these fingers in the same spot when I do plant these fingers. And so you're gonna do A minor chord, and you're gonna do the A string with your thumb for the bass, and do the quick pluck, and then you're gonna do the D string, and then you're going to be doing the E string, A string, so A string, D string, E string, D string. I'm saying the bass notes, and then you switch to the F, or the CG chord, I'm sorry. So A minor to the CG chord, and you do the E string to D string, A string to D string, and then you do the F chord and you do A string to D string, E string to D string, and then you go back to the C, G chord and you do the E string, A string, E string, D string, A string, D string. And so it goes. Oops. So A minor, that's the first one. So the first, I don't know any music terms, but refrain. So it's A minor, C, G, F, C, G. And then the next one is actually a little different in the end, where you don't go back to the C, G, you hang on the F for 4 full counts. So then it goes the same A minor, same notes being plucked, C, G, same notes being plucked, and then the F you do. So you do it twice, so it's. And then when you play it as a whole, it sounds like. Oops. And then the only other change is then when you get to the part with the E minor chord that I mentioned earlier, and that's when it gets deeper. It's boom, 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 and then boom, 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 boom. So it goes on the A minor. You go. So after you finish that refrain, where you go A minor, C, G, F, C, G. So then you're going to a deeper note with the E minor, and you go, and then to the F, and then back to the A minor. So when you're on the E minor chord, you're doing with the bass notes. These fingers are always on the G and B, but the bass note you're doing an E to D. Oh, sorry, that was the E chord. You're doing E minor chord, keep the pinky off, pointer finger off, and you do the E string, D, A string, D, F, E string, and then, sorry, I just got a text, to the A minor again to finish with the same thing. So the song will open with, oh, and you just are picking up your speed once you get the bass notes down, but it's just practice, just. So it doesn't even sound like the song when you do it this slow, but you start picking up and it starts flowing. So. Oops, sorry, it's hard for me to go slower. That was pretty bad tutorial. As you can see, I haven't played guitar in a while. My fingers are kind of fried, but once you get it fast, and it's very easy to play. and actually sing to as well, because it's just like the same rhythm. I know some tabs, they have it where you're actually doing a different bass pattern, and sometimes when you switch, then like the bass notes are different, where it's like, and then, so this one's not following that pattern. I don't know, some do it differently, but I think it's easiest just doing the bass notes the same, where you always kind of, you're dancing around the different E and A strings and which ones you're hitting, but you always go one and then back to the D string. Even if you're like this, even if you're in this chord, it's just a different spot. So it's just changing that like kind of chord note where it's, oh Jesus. This is really long. I don't know if it's actually teaching you, but you're doing, let's go back and hopefully this helps. So, A minor chord, that's the first one. Then to C, G. Then to F. Then to C, G. So then A minor chord, C, G, F, F, and then A minor chord, C, G, F, C, G, E minor, F, A minor. And then again, the bass notes, if you go from the beginning, and I have trouble playing it slower just because after a while, this just becomes like natural in this song, and playing it, you know how like slowing down songs gets tough. So you're in the A minor, and you start by plucking the A string. So I'm just gonna be saying out loud which string your thumb will be plucking, because again, pointer finger and middle finger, always doing the G, B off time. So your thumb in the A minor is plucking A, D, E, D, and then in the C, G chord, you're playing the E, D, A, D, and F you're playing E, D, A, D, and back to C, G you do E, D, A, D, and back to A minor you do A, D, E, D, C, G you do E, D, A, D, F you do E, D, A, D, and then E, D, A, D, and back to the A minor chord, you do A, D, E, D, C, G chord you do E, D, A, D, F you do E, D, A, D, C, G you do E, D, A, D, and then you go to the E minor where you do E, D, A, D, then F, E, D, A, D, and then A minor, A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, C, E, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, A, D, E, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, wait, A, D, E, D, E, D, A, 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 D, and then the extra flare I do at the end when I end mine is actually after that part. Then I just do kind of the C major chord, and I'm just doing I'm just doing the C major chord, and I never do anything but A, D, A, D, A, D, A, D, I go to a G and I do E, D, A, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D. So that one sounds like and then back to the beginning. And you go A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D. A. And so then my final flourish together goes in the C chord, only hitting the A string, and you do it 8 counts maybe? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G chord now. E, D, A, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D. And then A minor chord. A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, A. And lastly, as a whole, I'll put it all together, and I'm not going to be speaking over it. Here it goes. Oof, that got tough, man. I really haven't played in a while. You can see my fingers are fried. All right, Manas, that was for you. I hope it was helpful.